Right now I'm actually pretty nervous about leaving care because going off to college basically is going to be really hard for me without the supports. I'll basically crash.
You know, being a teen, an adolescent, just in general, is a very difficult time of life. And being a Crown ward, now you have all the other things that go along with that, in addition to being a teen and an adolescent. So now all of a sudden you're thinking, I'm living in this foster home, but I'm turning 18, I'm going to have to move out, I'm going to have to all of a sudden learn how to pay rent, pay my bills, go to school and get my education. Wait a minute, I don't have enough money, I'm going to have to work part-time too. That's a lot to ask of these kids. It's a lot to ask of any kid.
When you're 21, we hope that you're engaged in some kind of post-secondary education. And if you are, you're likely only halfway through it. And at 21, you lose financial and emotional support from the agency at a time when you could really use it the most.
By the time I'm 21, I'll be in my second year of culinary college, and I'm hoping to go there for like 3 or 4. So it'll be a fact of where they're gonna kind of cut you short there, and it's gonna be tough after that.
I've got to figure out how to push through with no one there supporting me, nobody giving me motivation. It's gonna be tough, and it's like a gut shot, really. So
we've told them all these years that it's going to be okay, strive to get that education, do well, and they've done it. They've done the work to get there, and now they're there, and now we kind of have to let them down, which is pretty difficult.
I already had my family taken away from me once, and it was probably the hardest thing in my life. I don't know where I was turning, what I was going to do, and when I turn 21, it's going to happen again.
It's really scary because it's like you're trying so hard, and it's just, you get cut off right in the middle of like when you're trying to do your best work.
We've told them all along how education is important, so why do we pull supports away at a crucial time when they're in school at 21? It just doesn't make sense.
They do hit their stride, I've seen it, but it takes them a little longer, and that's because of all the trauma and the adversity that they've had to deal with and they deal with on a daily basis. So they need that little bit more time. How do we give them a little bit more time? We need to extend the ECM from 21 to 25, especially for those kids that are trying to complete their education.
We hear the youth who say, we don't want stopper involvement age 21. Please help us. You need to do this for us. We want your support.
That would be so great, that'd get me enough on my track that I could, kind of take that extra time to get used to living on my own.
It would make going to school and classes a lot easier because I won't have to worry about paying for rent. I'll always know that I have that money to pay for a roof.
I really want to get into architecture.
Theater production and performance.
Go to college.
Become a police officer.
Why don't we give the kids that are making that effort, why don't we give them that extra push? Like, they've fought so far already, why are we just gonna give them one more thing to fight against?
We can do better.
We can do better.
We have to do better.
I just want to be able to show kids out there that if I got through it, so can they. And I want to be that source of help for someone. I turned 21 in 2 months.